Yeah.
Back. Thank you for tuning into another newly listed on the CSE clip. As you know, I'm Anil Mall. I represent the Canadian Securities Exchange. And today, my guest is Tim Bieber. And Tim is the CEO of Fantasy 360 Technologies, Inc. This is a company that's been around and operating for 5 years as Immersive Technologies, Inc. I'm going to let Tim talk to us a little bit about what the company is working on and where they are planning on going in the next little while here. Tim, thanks so much for your time. How are you?
Hey, doing well. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having us. Looking forward to describing a little bit more of what we do. So basically, we started almost 5 years ago in the escape room business with highly sophisticated interactive escape rooms. We basically blend attraction design, fabrication, and game design and game mechanics into the escape experiences. They quickly took off with brands and brand activations, experiential marketing, and also with large family entertainment centers in the US. With a lot of the conversations that we were having with that category of business, the family entertainment centers, they were starting to take escape rooms into VR and see demand for that. And we're requesting multiplayer social VR. So we had a lot of experience working with shipping containers with a lot of the experiential marketing that we did with clients. So we took a shipping container platform, scaled it up to be able to allow 6 players to play within. It's a hyper-immersive experience where you've basically got 5D effects giving you every physical input of what's happening in the virtual VR game. And it's just a kind of a next level product. So you can kind of think of it as going from a service-based business to a product-based business. That product is called UNCONTAINED, and the demand for orders has just been incredible. We've got LOIs from people all across North America and interest coming in from around the world, and we haven't even officially launched it or announced it yet. So that's kind of the exciting new product, and there's a lot of other things that we're going to be layering into it.
So Tim, I mean, escape rooms, it's a real neat concept. It's been around for a little while. You mentioned the company went from escape rooms to brand marketing. What was that aha moment that kind of lit that light bulb?
I think it was purely demand. A lot of the brands were looking for different ways to engage audience when they showed up at an event, or even corporate events. We've done a lot of stuff with Intel and eBay. One of the big executions was with Bayer Pharmaceutical. They showed up at various events all around the world, and they demanded a highly mobile 3-room escape experience where they could tell their story. So that escape experience, we kind of arrived at the concept of a shipping container because it was obviously be easy to drop it off, pick it up, take it to the next location. They were doing them all around the world. So then from that shipping container model, we figured this is just a brilliant platform. It's a highly scalable platform to build on. And obviously, and we were doing a lot of stuff in the VR AR field as well. So we figured what better platform to put VR players into, and what better product to have as a product that we could offer the market.
Yeah. No, it sounds really exciting. I can't wait to check out your technology. So what was the strategy behind going public? Obviously, scalability and raising capital, but what was the main strategy behind that?
Yeah, so we were a portfolio company of Victory Square Technologies, who's been a big supporter of CSE. They are publicly listed on the CSE, and they have great connection to investors. So one of the big motivators and one of the big drivers was to access a larger pool of investors, institutional investors, retail investors. There just isn't, in this kind of micro cap category, there just isn't the opportunity to invest in VR AR. The only other real opportunity out there is Oculus, which is Facebook. That's up here. Who can access down here? So it's been quite amazing for us to see how easy it's been to access capital for seed stage startup companies. So I'd say short answer, easier access to capital, which we've been seeing.
Got it. What's your background, Tim? How did you get into this space?
Yeah, so depends how much time do you have. I've been doing media tech startups since 2000, and basically created a TV series that we syndicated into 65 countries around the world. Found that most of the audience was starting to watch it online. At that point in the early 2000s, there just wasn't a CDN, a content delivery network, and a video player or a solution like a YouTube to be able to beam content to fans around the world. So we created our own content delivery network. We basically created our own entertainment platform. And this was well before YouTube. This was just groundbreaking stuff where we had to create it all ourselves. So it was just an amazing crash course into scaling quite a large company beyond the borders of Canada and the US, and kind of took it from there into various larger companies, did a lot of consulting, created many more startups after that I ran, shepherded, scaled, and then larger roles with SVP roles in companies like CBS Interactive, Broadband TV, local to Vancouver, and so just kind of used a lot of that experience in entertainment platform and consumer engagement and innovation, and just that love for being an entrepreneur and a startup in the tech space.
Tim, so we did a virtual market open for the company. We had your team members join us internationally. Talk to us a little bit about some of your key team members that you have assembled to move this company forward.
Yeah. So it was actually amazing. So one of our key board members, Alvin Graylin, is the president of HTC China. HTC is the maker of the Vive headset. They're obviously a large smartphone manufacturer, a large electronics company, but the main headset that's used for location-based and enterprise is the HTC Vive, and he basically runs that Vive division. He's the president of HTC China, so he's on our board. And it was neat to see him. It was 1 a.m. in China, and he was there. So he's been a huge supporter of what we're doing and sees the potential of, far beyond what we're kind of announcing now and what we're putting out in the future. The other person is Kathy Hackle, who's our preeminent, our times and our world's most preeminent futurist, that's really helping guide this concept of the metaverse and what the metaverse is going to do for us kind of globally as this mesh of interconnected devices, a Web 3.0. So she's on our board, and she's been very instrumental in us thinking into the future and thinking much bigger than just these containers and a immersive entertainment platform that we would create now. The other people that we have on our team, we've got Stephen Dooner, who came out of Disney. He also came out of the Void, which was a very popular hyper-immersive free roam experience, but he was responsible for the Tokyo Disneyland park expansion at $1.5 billion. Then we've got Kevin Williams, who's the kind of the go-to guru for the out-of-home entertainment industry. He also came out of Disney. He was a Disney Imagineer, where they kind of dream up all the Disney attractions. So these are guys with incredible pedigree. Lance Priebe, who founded Club Penguin and sold it to Disney after 16 or 18 months of operation.
Yeah.
The list kind of goes on and on and on of these just A-lister talent that we've got on our board and our advisory board. Dan Berger, the president of the VRAR Vancouver chapter. It's quite remarkable. So it's exciting to see where we've taken it so far and where this bigger team with bigger brain power is going to take us into the future.
Yeah, Club Penguin was a great sort of stepping stone for the British Columbia's tech sector, basically out in the Okanagan. That was a huge story, and anyone that has kids around that time, all the kids were using on that Club Penguin platform. It was
it was monstrous. So I think what's important to note with this diverse board that we have is that we've got people in various industries and have done things in gaming, have done things in cloud computing, have done things in smartphone manufacturing, the out-of-home entertainment industry, Disney from the top of the food chain of entertainment. And we're really just creating something that's quite disruptive for the out-of-home entertainment market, which to this point has been, it's been done one way. It's been a little bit of a low-tech, sleepy kind of way. So we're here to shake that up. We're here to bring a lot of new energy and new ideas and a lot of new tech into that space.
And with a team and a strong background that the team has, it's going to be an easy move to get that accomplished. What would you say, other than the team and their strong background, would differentiate a company like Fantasy 360 from some of the peers that might be in this space? Sure.
So the really big, our kind of unique selling proposition is this container. So to have a highly mobile, highly scalable platform that can just get dropped off in the parking lot of a family entertainment center or a mall, a casino. We're even having conversations with cruise ship operators. One of the clients that we're dealing with in Vegas, I can't say any names yet, highly confidential, but it's for a rooftop. Have a crane, drop it up onto the rooftop. But it's just very easy. You drop this thing into 5 parking spot equivalent square footage and plug it in, and it starts generating revenue immediately. So that's a huge plus that nobody else in our sector has. Everybody else has that's doing this, what would be termed free roam, or kind of arcade style free roam or room scale VR games. Primarily, it's on the inside of a family entertainment center facility, and there's a lot of complication there in adding one, removing to add something else in, building permits, size of space, on and on and on. All of that is completely gone. That doesn't even factor into the equation or the decision. Everybody's got, for the most part, everyone's got a parking lot, and there's potentially 5 additional spots that you can start to drive revenue at approximately $1,000 a square foot, given the small size of square foot. These things pay out in approximately 1 year time frame, which in the industry is unheard of as well. So there's just a lot of firsts, a lot of unique, a lot of innovation, which is really just going to drive a lot of consumer demand for this thing.
Yeah. And Tim, of course, you've hinted at a couple of developments that might be coming up in the recent months. Are there any other milestones you're able to talk about?
I wish, but there's some big ones. So we're entertaining a number of very large M&A opportunities that are really going to propel this concept of us creating an immersive entertainment platform. So this will truly be a next gen immersive platform. So really we're just trying to accelerate the product offering that we have, the revenue potential and growth and customer engagement. The more that we can layer on top, even if you just envision that shipping container at the bottom of the base of a triangle, and we layer everything else on top of that, our core focus right now is the containers. We've got an aggressive goal. We're actually ahead of our goal based on the LOIs that we're seeing. Then we layer on top of that some of these additional components, and all for building a platform. So there's a lot that's happening. I wish I could tell you, but tune in in a few weeks, and we'll redo this interview and I'll tell you them all.
Tim, why don't we do one and let our viewers know what your website is, so they can sign up for maybe your newsletter and keep up with some of this news, and especially read up on your background and your team.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, we need a call to action here. So the website is immersivetech.co, so immersivetech.co, and you can sign up for our newsletter there. You can follow us on LinkedIn or any other of the popular social channels that we're pushing out information. But yeah, follow us. You'll get a real sense of what's going on, and on that site you'll see the team and the expanded team that I haven't even mentioned. So yeah.
Tim, I really appreciate you taking the time to join me today, not only just to educate myself on this space, but our viewers on what the potential is for this specific company and industry as a whole. To everybody watching, I'm Anil Mall. Again, I represent the Canadian Securities Exchange, and you've been listening to Tim Bieber. And Tim is the CEO of Fantasy 360 Technologies, Inc. Tim, I look forward to having you on this program again soon enough, where we can talk about some of the milestones and the success that the company has achieved.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to another newly listed on the CSE. Please feel free to hit like and share this